Starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. For those of you who are returning and who are my subscribers, thank you for coming back for another message from Spirit. Just a quick note, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I am available. My calendar is open. Check out capellawellness.com. I have plenty of services there because I do a lot of work with my clients, and check out the Capella memberships that I have as well. You get exclusive content. It's kind of like Patreon, but I built it on my own platform where you get additional guidance like what needs to be healed for the month, what needs to be unblocked for the month, and you will also have access to daily guidance. I will do videos for every day of the week. It's at least 3 to 5 videos a week to help supplement the readings that you watch here on YouTube, okay? There are different tiers. All of the different tiers have different perks, so I would highly recommend that you check that out to help you with your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. All right, guys, with that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are awesome. And I send you many blessings and much, much love, as I always do. I can't shuffle today. All right, Gemini. What we're going to do here is we're going to see what's going on with you right now, what obstacles you are facing, and what lessons you are learning from the situation to help you with your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. Stick around. What do I say that? I don't really say stick around to the end, but anyway, it doesn't matter. After that, we're going to get guidance from Spirit how to best navigate these energies, what your wellness message is, what's going on with love and relationships for you, and lastly, we're going to check in to see what the full supermoon in Sagittarius is bringing you. And yes, the full moon already happened, but the energies kind of still linger on a little bit, or it could be confirmation as to what might have happened with that full supermoon. All right, so here we go. But even if it's not the full moon in Sagittarius, guys, if you're watching this like 2 years later or something, there's whatever message comes out when I pull those cards, the Moonology cards, will still apply to most of you. All right, what's going on with Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I'm feeling somebody's energies very strongly here. Oh my God, why did I feel this? It's the Star card, Gemini. There's a miracle happening in your life. The stars have aligned for something to happen. There's something miraculous happen. No wonder I felt really excited. I'm also feeling somebody's energies very strongly. There's been some tremendous healing that has been completed here. Some of you are in alignment with your higher self. You are also working your mission. You might even be a starseed. Now remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody who's watching this. Keep your unhealthy ego in check and make sure that you are honest with yourself and your situation. All right, this is Aquarius energy. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, or you have Aquarius in your chart, or your person does. But it looks like something you've been wishing for, you've been hoping for, you've been having a lot of faith about. It's about to happen. You put a wish out there. I'm seeing somebody walking, and then they stop, and then they see Jupiter or the stars. Well, Jupiter does look like a star when you look at it, but and you were hoping, you maybe said a prayer, or you've been wishing and hoping and praying for something. There's something about stars here. Maybe you love stargazing, you have a telescope or something, Orion telescope or something, and you love to look at the stars, okay? There's something about somebody here looking at the stars and you just like praying to the heavens. Wishing upon a star. That's like cliche, right? But that's what I'm getting here. Because look at her, she's on her knees. She's like in this prayer mode. She has her hands over her heart and she's looking at that North Star. She's looking at the heavens and saying, God, like, please, I wish for this. I pray for this. There's been a lot of wishing, hoping, and praying here. I mean, it is very strong, okay? So whatever it is that you have been praying for, wishing for, guys, it's coming true. Your wish was always granted. You just had to do the work. You had to do the healing, and you had to believe in the impossible. You had to trust the universe with this and have tremendous amount of faith. And because you did, now they're going to give you the actual blessing. Your wish is going to be granted in the physical, because what I'm hearing is that it was already granted in the 5D realm, because you sent it out to the universe. It was a matter of the universe testing you to see if you believed in that wish, if you believed in that dream. And some of you have, which is beautiful. Okay. Some of you have, and again, the wish was already granted. You just had to get into alignment with it, and you had to believe in the impossible. You had to trust in God and trust the process and trust the universe. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. This could very well be wishing and hoping for a change in a relationship, or somebody coming forward to express their truth, their emotions, okay? Somebody's getting ready to come forward here and be vulnerable with you. They're going to pour their heart out to you. I mean, there's a lot of love with this person. There's a lot of emotions. You may be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And sometimes when I do these readings, guys, there is a Pisces, Gemini dynamic. All right. Based on sun signs is what I'm hearing. So this individual is coming forward. They're very romantic. It's like this person may have very well planned a very romantic date, evening, or a trip where you can see a lot of stars. You're out viewing the stars, stargazing, something like that. That's for somebody specific. But it's like this person planned something very, very romantic for you. But this also includes them really expressing how they feel. They now accept how they're feeling about you, Gemini. They're no longer running away from it. They're moving towards it. They're following their emotions. They're no longer running away from their emotions. And they're not afraid to be vulnerable anymore. This is also a very sensitive person. Okay. But they're also not afraid of their sensitivities, because maybe they were ridiculed for being a very sensitive person, okay? Maybe that's what part of their healing had to be about. Oh gosh, the Knight of Cups wants to go. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that. He slid off the deck, and there's the King of Pentacles. This Knight of Cups wants to go. He's ready to go. But he's also understanding that if he wants a dream or wish to come true, and he knows he's being supported by the universe, and the universe probably told him to go follow his dreams, his wishes, he's now doing that. He's listening to his intuition finally, and is now coming forward. He's following what his heart wants. There's a dream of his he wants to fulfill. There's somebody who's a miracle to him, who's a blessing to him or her. And God's like, why don't you go after that? We're giving you everything that you need. This person has learned if they want to pursue their dreams, they have to act on them. Whatever their heart's telling them to do, they follow it without hesitation. And this person sees that now. So they're now going to come to you. Could be an invitation to go somewhere, on a date, on a romantic trip. This could even be somebody might be planning to propose to you. They want to marry you, because it's like, I am not going to get this type of miracle of a person. Or maybe it's you might have very well wished for this person, or they wished for you, Gemini. And the fact that God answered their wish, their prayer, they're like, I can't let this escape me ever again. I'm not just going to date this person. I'm just not going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to marry them. That's how strongly I feel about this individual. This person's very serious and very sincere with this offer. They could also be very musical, very artistic. Someone here could play an instrument, piano, guitar, the drums, but I'm getting more guitar than anything. Somebody's very gifted in the arts, somebody gifted with music. And this person is creating this like incredible event or something to kind of prove to you how they feel. But they're doing it in a very creative way. And I think, Gemini, you got this message before. I can't remember, but I feel like I'm going through deja vu because I've said this before. And I don't know for who it was for. But this person has really planned a lot. But they're going to do this in such a spectacular way. I'm also hearing fireworks now because they're having me look at the stars again. And I'm seeing fireworks go off and sunsets and something with the stars. But anyway, this person's being very serious. They're being very sincere with this offer. But they know that words aren't enough. It's like that extreme song that I channel often, more than words. This person wants to show through actions how much they care. And this person really cares a lot about you. There's a lot of affection for you. They're also very attracted to you. And this individual is going to do something incredibly creative to show you how they feel. They put a lot of effort into this. But this person is very determined. It's kind of like, I cannot not follow my heart anymore. Because God gave me this blessing. I prayed about it. I wished about it. And God said, well, okay, you've done everything you needed to do. Now all you need to do is come forward with your cup type of thing. For the others of you, this is you following your heart and doing what you love. This is mission-oriented stuff, okay? I think I already said some of your starseeds. This is time for you to go on the quest to find your holy grail and to be in alignment with your purpose. Because your holy grail is your purpose. What brings you ultimate fulfillment ties to what your mission is. Some of you also need to go on that journey towards your healing. And if you're being called to be a healer, if you've got a mission as a starseed here, you're helping to raise the vibration of the collective consciousness of the collective. You're here to heal. You need to heal yourself first. Okay? When one is healed, all are healed. So some of you got to get into alignment with your mission. Really start doing things that you love. There's something artistic about you, something you love to do. Maybe you write poetry. There's something about like the arts. Again, creative writing, creative something. God wants you to use those creative gifts that you have, Gemini, because it's going to be part of your mission work. And as you're actually doing this, believe it or not, when you're working your Dharma, you're actually continuing to do the healing. And you're healing other people with the talents that you have. It's not just going out there saving the world and doing all these things. No. You work while you're doing your own thing. You're tapping into your creative talents. You're not only healing yourself, but you're healing the rest of the world. Okay? So some of you, that's the other group of you. But whatever you're pursuing, whatever your heart's really wanting to do, Gemini, you really need to trust the universe and believe in miracles and have unwavering faith with this. God's going to test you a lot to see if you really believe in miracles, if you believe in what God can do. Because you will be tested. Lord knows I've been tested like you wouldn't believe to see. God's like, okay, do you really believe in what you're wishing? Do you really believe in miracles? Do you really believe that I can make the impossible possible? Just believing in the impossible. And when God starts to put little miracles in your life, it helps for the biggest miracle of all. And for some of you, that's coming with somebody who's coming towards you with a love offer. It's a romantic gesture. And I'm hearing it's happening very soon. And on top of that, for those of you who are aligned, because the stars are now aligned for this person to come forward with this offer. Not only is this person going to express their love to you, I'm telling you, this person's very sincere and very devoted here. Somebody is very enamored with you like you would not believe. So much so that this person wants to give you everything. I'm almost going to cry for a little bit here. This person wants to give you everything. They want to provide for you. They don't want you to have to worry about shit. This is what the King of Pentacles does. He's going to be a very devoted, loving, trustworthy, dependable husband. Because for some of you, you are marrying this person. Okay? It is part of your destiny to marry this person, whoever this is. They have water and earth in their chart. Some of them do. But this individual is very serious about, I said, very serious about this offer. This person wants to be your provider and protector. They've done a lot of work on themselves. They've also did tremendous healing, because this is Master Healer the Self. This person also manifests the shit out of practically everything, because he is a master manifestor now. And this individual is really ready to fulfill his role as a true divine masculine, which is the ultimate provider and protector of the home, the family, and the feminine. Okay? This person's no longer running away from that role. He understands this now. So this person not only will come with an offer of love here, but there's very serious commitment. This person wants you to know that you can depend on them, because before you were kind of hoping that you could depend on them, and they weren't dependable. They ran away. They disappeared. They canceled events, because the Knight of Cups is also somebody canceling events, somebody who emotionally manipulates you. And this person's like, I can't do that anymore. It's getting me nowhere. This is also a heartbreaker. This is the person who casually dates and doesn't want to commit. He just likes a little bit of the idea of romance, likes to do things here and there, but it's like, nah, I'm just going to move on to the next one. But apparently this person stopped doing that. They're very mature now. They see what really is of value in life. And they want to come forward and give to you. They're going to give you everything you could possibly ask for. This person could very well be very financially stable and secure. They could very well have a successful business, and money's just flowing in because they're able to manifest it. They're very, very abundant because they're so high vibrational. The money's just flowing to them like water. And they're like, I have nobody to share this with. And this person wants to share this with you, Gemini. But I'm getting this person is not going to let you touch anything. Meaning, let's say you do laundry and you do the dishes and you cook, right? What I'm getting for somebody here, your King of Pentacles, they're going to say you're not going to do any of that. They're like, we're going to have maids. There's something about a castle. Maybe you're going to live in a castle, or you're going to live in a house that looks like a castle, or it's a mansion here. So this person could very well be very wealthy, and they're going to tell you, Gemini, you don't have to cook anymore. You don't have to clean anymore. You don't have to do any laundry. You don't have to do jack. I'm going to take care of everything. And that's not a bad thing, guys, because that's actually part of the divine order. Now, if you're dealing with somebody who's like, nope, I'm going to take care of everything, but they control you and they hang the money over your head so you can't leave, that's a problem. But that is not who this person is. My God, the Knight just wants to leave. It's the second time. He's ready to go. Holy shit. This person is not like that. And this doesn't mean that this person has control over you because they're going to pay for everything or they're going to provide for everything. It's part of what a divine masculine is supposed to do. And the feminine gives him the love to continue to be in this energy to manifest. to create abundance, to have that love, and to be generous and nurturing with everybody. Because whatever he gets from God, he gives back. And it's not just being generous with you, Gemini. He's being generous with a lot of people. Oh my God, when I said he's serious, there's the Knight of Pentacles right there. This person worked very hard. Tremendous effort on this offer, okay? This guy is no joke. When this comes in, you can totally trust what this person's going to say, was going to reveal how he feels and what he's going to do. You can trust in this person's actions. This person is dead serious about this offer, because he knows somebody like you is never going to come around ever again. You're a big blessing and a miracle to him. You've prayed, this person prayed for you and God gave them to you, but they didn't realize who you were. And now that they do, they've healed greatly from that. They've also completed their healing. They're like, I have to do right by Gemini because they're a huge blessing in my life. And I'm going to give them the world. I'm going to give them the universe. I'm going to give them everything that their heart's desires. And I'm going to be very dedicated to them. This is a complete devotion and dedication with these cards right here. And I'm getting this person embodies all of these energies. This is not three people. It's the same person. That's what I'm getting for some of you. This person took a long time, but here's the thing, guys. When somebody puts a lot of effort into something, they put their heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears into something, that means that they really care. It's the thought that counts. It's the effort that was put in. I've dealt with people who just like did something or threw something at me with no thought to it whatsoever. It didn't mean as much as it would have if they put in more effort into that. The details in the plan that this person has. I said, guys, it's a big event. This person took, like, I'm getting like jittery a little bit. There's like this excitement that's blowing up, and maybe the person who's watching this is the person who's planning it, but this person painstakingly put all of these details into this offer, guys. This event, it's like a big event. I can't get away from it. There might have to, maybe there is a castle involved because they're telling me to look at the castle. I did channel for somebody, I forgot what sign it was, something about getting proposed to in the Beauty and the Beast castle in Magic Kingdom. Because maybe somebody has a very strong affinity for the Beauty and the Beast story or something. But I don't know, that's kind of crazy. If that happens to you, please let me know. Because that's a freaking crazy vision that's way out there. I don't know, but I saw it. So this person, see with that example that I said there? Look, I'm knocking the freaking cards off of the, anyway. See, with that idea that I just said, that vision that I said, if somebody's planning something big like that, especially, let's say you love Beauty and the Beast, like that's your favorite movie of all time, and it resonates with you, and you've loved it since you were a kid, and it's like the best movie, and somebody plans something like that, do you know how huge that is? Somebody who's not dependable and trustworthy and devoted to you will not do that. They won't. This person's also been keeping a close eye on you to see what you like, what you love, what makes you happy. Details. This person pays very close attention to details about you, Gemini. I mean, this person's like, if I don't go out with a bang, it's not an offer. It's not going to be accepted. That's how serious this person is. And I'm looking at the clock and it says 12:12. 12:12 does state that somebody is about to see you. They're coming to see you out of nowhere. Okay? So this person is very serious about this. This is commitment for the long term. This is going to lead to marriage, like I said. Because this person's like, I'm not going to get a blessing like this ever. I need to fully commit. I'm going to marry this Gemini. because this person doesn't want to let you go. They've done a tremendous amount of work on themselves as well. They had renewed hope for the future and said, if I'm going to come forward with this, it's got to be big. It's got to be big, because this person's going to show you how much time and effort they put into this. And if somebody doesn't appreciate that, I'm going to be very honest here, Gemini, you have no gratitude. If someone comes in, even if they screwed you over, even if they haven't talked to you in a long time, and they actually put in all this effort to show you how serious they are about committing to you, and you just dismiss it like it's somebody just giving you, I don't know, buying you flowers and calling it a day. No, it's not the same thing. If you can't appreciate the work that somebody put into this, I don't know what it is that you want. You must be insatiable. Because this person has spent a very long time on this. And the details in this event and this proposal, whatever this is, I mean, details. You're probably going to be blown away by what this person knows about you. Okay? That's how big this is. Look. Ace of Wands. This person wants a fresh start with you. This is a big thing. God is blessing you with this gift here. And this fresh start is going to happen with this King of Pentacles. It's a new beginning. It's a very passionate new beginning too. There's a lot of affection, devotion, and passion here in this connection. As I say passion, here we go with Strength card. This person is going for it. God's like, this is the opportunity to do this, to go forward to Gemini. Could have Leo in their chart. You have Leo in their chart. But this person's getting a lot of courage and confidence. You showed them courage and confidence. And you see, I was talking about Beauty and the Beast. This is my Beauty and the Beast card. You've taught them how to love. Because of your unconditional love for them and your compassion for them, that is why they are going to devote their lives to you. I mean, this person's going nowhere. Nowhere. For the rest of their lives, too, they're going to be that devoted to you. Because you showed how devoted you were to them with regards to calming them down, in a sense. Having them resist temptation. Maybe they were very lustful before, and you changed that about them. You know how huge it is when you have unconditional love and compassion towards something? That is what changes people, guys. It's what heals others. And not only that, but what you did, again, it comes back to that Beauty and the Beast story. That's true love right there. He was blowing up in her face, and he got angry because she ran away, and he got, this big gash by those wolves. And he's like, this wouldn't have happened if you would have run away, right? That conversation that they have. And she's like, you have to learn how to control your temper. And he had no words. He had no rebuttal for that. And she started to see something in him. She started to see the king inside him. It's like the freaking Lion King song with Elton John's Can You Feel the Love Tonight song. Nala saw the king inside Simba, and Simba couldn't see it, but she did. She saw right through him. And when somebody's able to do that, that changes people for the better. And somebody here had a lot of compassion for that so-called beast. Even though they ran over them, even though they mistreated them, even though maybe they were lustful towards them, but they said, nope, I'm still going to have compassion for you because I know that's not who you really are. And that changed this person. And it also helped them to have the confidence and courage to come forward because of how much love you've shown to them. It's beautiful. Chariot. I said somebody's coming to see you. They're traveling a long distance. This person is like, I'm being divinely guided. This is my destiny. I am the driver in my destiny. I'm going to take action. I'm going to head towards Gemini and do this. God is leading me to my purpose, to my wish come true. So I need to do something. I know that I'm going to be supported by God and the universe because I'm being divinely led. I'm going to be fine. This offer is going to be, it's going to be accepted, whatever, because this is who my person is. God is overseeing all of this. It's going to be a success. This person's having a lot of fortitude and willpower to get this done, to come forward towards you. They're no longer afraid. This is the I think I can. They know they got to go the distance, which is why I said with this offer, this person not only went the distance, but Jesus Christ, I don't know what they did, but they really went above and beyond for whatever they're doing to come forward with this offer. All right. There could even be travel involved. There's travel here. Could even be relocating residences. There's travel here too. Traveling for love, business, pleasure. This person's been on a long journey, but they learned a lot from this. But it could very well be this romantic proposal, or this offer could very well include a trip, like I said. A romantic trip. But the others of you, this is you really working on your healing. If you want to manifest miracles and blessings in your life, Gemini, you got to stay dedicated and devoted to your healing. Master healer of the self, master manifester. Your vibration is everything, Gemini. If you cannot get to this state where you know your worth and you know that you have the ability to manifest anything, that you have the Midas touch, then you don't expect miracles and your wishes to come true if you're not in alignment with that. Okay? You have to believe in the ability for you to create the magic on your own. And then the universe does the work, the rest. All right? This is you taking your time and being patient, going after what it is that you want to do, what brings you ultimate happiness, what your heart really wants to do, what your heart is set on doing. And you're going to be very dedicated and devoted to your passion, to what it is that your creative talents or something. It's going to take a while, but you're going to get there. You're going to achieve your goals. You're going to reach your destination, because slow and steady wins the race. But you got to stay focused on your goals and stay dedicated and committed. Be diligent, be patient, because you're going to be learning a lot. Okay? And you're going to be growing a lot, all that stuff. And there's the Six of Pentacles. See, this person wants to give you way more than you gave to them. This person showed you what equal give and take was. That if you get greedy and you conditionally give, then you get hit with negative karma. This person's going to shower you with gifts. They could very well be so generous here. There's something of a philanthropist here. Somebody's got a large amount of money, and they just give money away because God blessed them with so much. And like, I have to give, and God blesses them back. That's why I was saying this King of Pentacles is very generous. He has so much that he's just giving. I made too much money. Here, take this. But for you, Gemini, this person's like, I need to really give to Gemini because they were the ones who got me to where I'm at now. It was all because of you. You helped them heal. And you helped them become this very successful, abundant person. And now this person's going to give you way more than what you gave to them, because before they just took from you and they regret that. They're showering you with gifts. They could be paying off your debts, buying you a house, buying you a car, like anything you could ever want, Gemini. That's a huge reward for somebody who took their power back with what you stopped giving to this person so much. You stopped giving to others. You also paid off your karma by doing good deeds for a long time. Okay. You were generous with your money, your time, your talent, your energy. You focused on your mission of healing others, or whatever it is your mission is. and you were sharing your light with the world. You were sharing your gifts, your talents with the world. This is showing the world the real you. And the Moonology card, that's, I think it's full moon in Aquarius or new moon in Aquarius card. That's what you did, Gemini. You were showing the world the real you. You were being the beacon of light, faith, hope, and harmony for others. You used your God-given gifts and shared it with the world. You paid off your karma by doing that, to include giving money to homeless people or donating money or volunteering or something like that, okay? Somebody really paid off their karma. It's a new beginning for you. And your person's going to take that leap of faith. They're like, you know what? I got to give back to Gemini. I have to go do it. I have to embrace the unknown. I can't worry about the future. I know that I have to give back to this person, and I want a new beginning with Gemini, and I'm going to go do it. And the others of you, this is like not being afraid of sharing your gifts and talents with others. This is also you to stop being held back by somebody who keeps taking from you. Let's see what the obstacle here is, because one card and I went through all these other ones because they wanted me to do it. What is the obstacle here for Gemini? Wow. Oh my gosh. We have 2 more major arcana, guys. This is really big. This is really big. Here's Pisces. Here's Pisces, the Hangman and the Hierophant. See, I said Taurus and earth and water. Somebody's got Taurus, Moon, and Pisces Sun in their chart. Maybe Venus and Aquarius with the star card. So the obstacle, guys, is letting go and letting God. This is a whole God thing. It's all about having faith. Okay? Some of you are afraid to pursue those things that you love to do. That is where your abundance is. That's where the miracles come in, when you're following something that other people think you're crazy and following, that other people may ridicule you for. I mean, look at me. I used to be a systems engineer, and people thought I had lost my shit when I was being called to do this. And let me tell you guys, it's still kind of weird for me, because the other day I was like, how was I led to this? It's still crazy to me. And just the life that I live now is so different. And I know it's not the end for me. I know there are bigger things coming. And it has been a huge test of my faith too. This whole journey of mine, when God said, you need to let go of this, you need to leave that job, you need to leave that relationship, you need to be by yourself. I'm like, oh my God, really? But let me tell you, doing that helped me to let go and let God, to trust God, to trust that even though things weren't happening, there was stagnation, nothing was going on, that God was working behind the scenes to work his magic. That as long as I followed my divine guidance, everything was going to be fine. I just had to have patience and to just trust. And to make sure that my energies weren't being affected by the chaos of the world. It helped me to get better into alignment with the higher self. It helped me to navigate the labyrinth of life. And to understand what my true spiritual path was. Leaving all of that behind got me closer to God. My whole journey that I've been in helped me get closer to God. That's what my mission is. But they asked me to use tarot for that. It's not just getting into alignment with your higher self and following your mission, following your North Star, because that is what I do. I have a North Star alignment reading where we go really look into what your North Star is and how to get there, what you need to overcome. But the big part in that mission to this, or your big part in your mission work, is you really building a very solid and strong connection with God. Because without God, you have nothing. And when you're going through these trials and tribulations and everything, Gemini, God is going to be the one who's going to pull you through. Let me tell you, I've been through some crazy stuff. And it's like, oh my God, is this going to end? But then everything that I've gone through, I was able to overcome because I had faith, I had hope, I went with the flow, I had patience, I trusted in God in the process. I followed my divine guidance, knowing that God was going to lead me to victory, that God was going to lead me to where I need to be. It's like that all the time. And with everything that I had gone through, with all the tests and everything, it was always God. I always went back to God. That's what I learned from all of this. And there are big changes, but there are also challenges when you go through this process, when you go through this journey, especially the journey in healing. Okay. But a lot of you really have to have patience and have faith, because healing takes a long time. It took me years to get here. Years. But that's because God is building your strength, your faith, your resilience, so that when you are really fully fledged working your mission, guys, people are going to take you out, try to take you out, try to knock you off of your path. And because you're going to be so strong in your faith, and you're going to be so aligned with your higher self, that nobody is going to knock you off of that throne. Nobody, and not one thing is going to knock you off that path. But you also have to stop holding on to things that you know are not serving you. There might even be holding a grudge, is what I heard, which is interesting because I don't really get that with the Hanged Man. But I just heard somebody who's holding a grudge, is holding a grudge, or was holding a grudge. If there are any grudge holders here, you gotta let that go. That doesn't help you with having the miracles come in and the blessings. Some of you got to stop with the delayed tactics with regards to your healing and your purpose, because some of you are being called to be spiritual leaders, teachers. There's something about the creative arts that you're supposed to use to follow your path of truth, your spiritual path. All right? You got to stop resisting your calling. You got to stop resisting and listening to what God is guiding you to do. You got to trust in your intuition with this. Whatever this is for you. You got to stay focused. Maybe you need to release a Pisces. Maybe you need to let go of a Pisces or a Taurus and focus solely on your healing. Just you. But this is also gaining a different perspective as to what, your spiritual path is. Maybe even who God really is. Because through my journey, that's what happened to me. Because I had a vision of who God was because of my religion. Right? All different religions, they all have different views as to who God is. Right? And we're all taught. It's been programmed into us. This is programming. This is social conditioning. And when I went my own way and I started to really connect with God, He was showing me what He can do. He was showing me who He really was, how He operates, how the universe operates. That's how close I got. And to this day, when I'm really in a solid place like Hanged Man, it's like I take a pause, I take a time out. I'm patient. I sit there and I wait to listen to God. It happened to me on Sunday, and all of a sudden I got bombarded with all this stuff. He was telling me about my wilderness season, and it helped me tie that into twin flame stuff. It was just the most glorious thing. When you get to that place of peace and you have that much trust in God, He gives you all of this wisdom. This is divine knowledge, okay? But you got to be in a place of the Hanged Man to receive that divine wisdom. The 3D world right now, guys, it's not going to give you that wisdom. All the stuff that's been taught through religion and colleges and institutions and all of that. I mean, yeah, there's still some facts there and some things that are truthful there, but until you start going to God to get the truth and to better understand things, then you're still going to be programmed by what it was that you were taught. You learned what you gained from your parents. Even, you know, for some of you, there's some gaining different perspectives on, again, what religion teaches you, even about marriage. Somebody here had an issue with religion and marriage. They had a hard time because it was kind of, they thought that it was this structure that they had to follow. And until they looked at it differently, they're like, oh, wait a minute. This makes more sense from what God's telling me instead of what church was teaching me or my parents were teaching me or what society was teaching me. God is your greatest teacher. And other people that you deal with in life can be your greatest teachers as well. God brings those people into our lives to help us to really understand the meaning of life. That's what this card is too. Gaining a higher perspective, a higher view as to what divine truth is. This is not following the status quo. This is you seeing things completely differently. But some of you have a hard time doing that because here's the Gemini energy, Two of Swords. You overanalyze. You focus too much on the mind instead of the heart. God speaks to you through the heart. And you gotta go, turn upside down, suspend yourself from this tree and just think about, wait a minute. Is that really true? This is about creating your own belief system and not following the belief systems of what society's told you to believe. But some of you tend to, like, it becomes an obstacle because your mind becomes an obstacle. You start overthinking things. You start analyzing things too much. Oh, well, wait. Well, society says this and society says that. No. You're going by the law of man. You're not going by the law of God. The world that we live in was created, the way things are, let's put it that way, was created by man. Right? When we look at the 9-to-5 job and 401ks and college and going to school. Right? My son and I had a conversation about going to school and going to work. My son gets it. Mom, I don't understand it. Before you would be gone for like hours in a day, and then I'm here with my friends and teachers at work for like 7 hours, 6 hours, whatever. And then we only have this much time to interact. We eat dinner and we do this. And the next thing you know, we're sleeping for another 8 hours. And he's like, where is the time with the family? He gets it. He gets it. And he's like, what am I really learning from all of this? I mean, he learns some things, but other things, it's like he's been creating these projects I didn't even know. And like my son's so brilliant, it blows me away. But he's like, Mom, I want to build. I want to do these things. I have all these prototypes. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, you need to do some more of that. My son's very gifted. He gets it. He gets it. He is already not going to be conforming to society. Okay? He's not. He's already there. He's an old soul. He's older than I am. And soul age, if you want to look at that. So this is about getting out of our heads and being afraid to make that decision that we know we need to make. You don't want to be following what the world is following anymore. You don't want to be paying attention to what people are telling you, what others are telling you to do. If it's not God or somebody who's like a spiritual advisor or teacher, the one who's getting you closer to God is the one you should be spending more of your time with. In a sense. And you should be spending more time with God. That's what Hangman does. He gets the epiphanies. He gets the aha moments. He gets a lot of knowledge. Oh my God, really, God? Is that true? And it's funny because when I had my epiphanies about my wilderness season and the twin flame interaction with that, or correlation with that, I was actually sitting amongst the trees. They told me to literally sit in the middle of a bunch of trees on Sunday. And God said, I have something for you. And I got blown away by the information that I received from God alone. And I was studying my environment. I was watching birds. I was watching the trees. I was watching people. And I gained even more knowledge just by doing that, because this is what I did. And some of you are being asked to do that. Move away. Go meditate. Go think about this differently. Do you really think that the life that society is telling you to live is what God wants us to live? You guys are getting that inkling, and I'm hearing a lot of no's. So get out of your head. Whatever it is that you want to pursue, pursue. You create your own belief system, and God's going to help you with this. Okay? And then you stand up for what you believe in. There's somebody else here. The obstacle for your person was just waiting. Waiting for the right time. They were waiting for God to tell them, hey, it's time for you to move towards the Gemini. But there was also a little bit they were holding back because of their views about marriage and religion and society. But I'm getting very strongly about marriage and religion, because this person, there's somebody here is going to come to propose to you. They want to marry you. And before, they probably felt that way. Or before, they were like, I'm not marrying ever again, because somebody had a very, their marriage ended in divorce. Okay. And they were probably married by a priest, by a church, by some spiritual authority, some religious authority. And they thought it was blessed by God. They thought it was, a thing, right? Because when you get married by the priest, where they say, oh, it's blessed by God, right? That's why people go to the church or something. There's other reasons too. But they talk about how when you get married in the church and all that, like the marriage is supposed to go well, or it's supposed to be perfect, or nothing's wrong is supposed to happen. That's crap. It's all crap. When you marry somebody who's not your divine counterpart, it's not going to work out. Most of the time. You could be like with your soulmate or something. But then again, if you really look at it, if people are going to be living with each other and married to each other until one of them passes away or something like that, and this is going to sound triggering to some people, but this is what I'm getting right now. You might want to question that, because people may pretend that their marriage is all rainbows and unicorns when it really isn't. God already has a person for each and every one of us. And we're here to fulfill a mission with that person. What God told me, and this might be tough for somebody to hear, is that if you are not with your God-ordained spouse, it is not a divine marriage. You are not a divine couple, even if you get married by an institution, by a church, by the temple. Okay. That's my belief. That's what God taught me. You can have your own belief, or maybe you're coming into realization that, oh, I think you're right, or that's what I've been feeling. But that's what God told me. And I know when the time comes, when that gets out more, if people aren't talking about it, I'm going to get a lot of crap for it. But it makes sense knowing what I know based on the journey that I have been through. I'm so closely connected to God. He shows me so much, and he helps me to learn more about him and about life, to include marriage, to include religion. Jesus wasn't about religion. He was about spirituality. Some people would say you're crazy. Nope. Go back and check. So somebody here, your person, was hesitating. They were like in limbo, because they're like, I don't want to marry this person and have it end in divorce again. But this person had to overcome their conditioning from their parents and from their religious leaders and from the church about marriage and religion. And it looks like that person overcame that. They have a different view now, not only as to who God is, but what a true divine connection is, what marriage is. It involves true love between two people who are highly evolved, who are very close to God already, and who have a mission together. This is about God being at the forefront of everything when you are in a marriage. It's the Trinity. God is here, masculine is here, and feminine is here. Without this, you have nothing. It's an open space. There's a void for all of this shit to come in to destroy the marriage, to get both the masculine and feminine out of balance. You see that? It opens up, and then like all the water comes in, all of the evil comes in, all of the other people's opinions come in. If God's not here all the time, it's not going to be solid. It's not going to be stable. But both the masculine and feminine have to be at the same level. You see that? It's not some weird shape like a freaking octagon where you've got somebody at the top corner and somebody at the bottom. It's not that. Both the masculine and feminine are at the same levels. And they support each other, but they know they're supported by God. And each person needs to be aligned with God first in order to create this. God first, then the spouse, then the children, and everything else. That's how it works. Anyway, and yeah, that person couldn't make a decision. They were afraid to make a decision. They were overanalyzing it because of what their belief system was prior to meeting you with regards to marriage and religion and everything else that comes with programming. They were overly programmed to thinking something, and they were afraid to think for themselves. That's what got them hung up. That's why they caused delays. That's where they were delayed tactics, because they were overthinking that this commitment, this serious commitment they were about to give to you, that it was going to go to waste, that it was going to end up in divorce again. That's for somebody. Their own head was their own obstacle. The whole programming was a big obstacle. They were keeping their head in the sand. They were not trusting in what God was telling them. They had a hard time following their divine guidance because they had an issue with God before. We've got 3 major arcana up on the board. Let's see what we get for the lesson. This is also learning about some serious lessons in life. What lesson is Gemini learning from this? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, no. The 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Justice. Look, we've got a 4th major. This is big, Gemini. And look who's at the bottom of the deck. It's the 5th one. Pisces again. Some of you are really dealing with the Pisces, or you've got Pisces in your chart, or it's both. Your person has Pisces and Gemini. You have Gemini. I don't know. Either way, some of you are definitely dealing with the Pisces. The lesson, listening to your intuition and following it and trusting it. Understanding that you go to your guides, your angels, God, for answers. You don't go to anybody else. That's what I was talking about in that Trinity. You got to have that connection with God first if you want that marriage, if you want that connection to be stable. Okay? Like super solid and stable. So this is really about not suppressing your intuition. This is also not staying silent for too long. You need to speak your piece about something. Again, it's like you're standing up to society. It's kind of like what I do. You see what I said about about what marriage really is, even if you get married by a priest, that it's not really a divine marriage. And I know that if some of you got triggered by that, I mean, that's fine. I respect your opinion, but that's what God has told me. And like I said, if I tell you $1 billion, if I tell my mother this, she'd be like, what? She may even very well think that, the devil came over me or something, but that's not, I wouldn't be doing this. Well, there are people who are evil who do tarot. I will do this. I will say that, but that is not me at all. Otherwise, my altar would probably catch in flames. So we have the high priestess. I wouldn't be able to do the work that I do anyway. I talk too much about God in this. So with the high priestess, some of you are suppressing your emotions, your intuition. You really got to trust in your guides and your angels and your ancestors, guys. Again, the heavens, your spirit team is supporting you. You have the support of all those people. And whatever your intuition is telling you, that's leading you to victory. It's leading you to success. It's leading you to experiencing miracles and blessings in your life. But it's a long journey, right? It takes a lot of trust in the universe. Some of you are disconnected from your higher self. You got to start working towards getting into alignment with your higher self. What did I say about going on the quest for the Holy Grail, finding what's ultimately fulfilling for you, right? As you're going through that journey, you're getting more into alignment with your higher self, your purpose, your North Star, your mission. You start to trust your intuition more. You start to listen more to God. And look, we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Whoever is in this connection, you guys are incredibly psychic. You're very close to God. This is a very divinely favored connection. Holy shit. I think Scorpio was the only reading that got these two cards. So if you were with a Scorpio or there's strong Scorpio in your chart or something like that, I'm hearing like Scorpio North Node or something. You and your counterpart are true spiritual leaders. This is a true twin flame connection. This is a true light counterpart connection right here. You guys are going to really be changing the world when it comes to spirituality and having people have a better relationship with God. That is what a true twin flame connection is supposed to be about. So we have true counterparts here. I'm not saying the other ones are like fake or anything, but the true twin flame mission is this. It's this. Getting people closer to God and having them have their own relationship with God. It's okay. Okay. You guys may very well be descendants of Jesus Christ. Okay? That's what I'm getting. You are like Christ-like. You're going to be teaching what Jesus was teaching because we're falling away from that. You guys are an incredibly powerful divine couple right here. Oh my God. You are incredibly supported and protected by God, by a legion of angels here. This is very serious. I feel so much immense power, guys. You have no idea. Something's happening within like my soul. I don't know what it is. They're telling me I'm like going through another ascension process. Anyway, that's what your role is with your counterpart. For whoever's watching this, you have a very, very, very serious mission. And God is like, you have no idea what I'm seeing right now. You are so protected, the both of you. It's unbelievable. Not that nobody's protected, because we're protected by God. Of course, it helps when we're thanking God for the protection, trusting it. But This couple here, you are highly, divinely favored. You may very well be the upper echelon of counterparts, which are called twin rays, and I think there's a higher level than that. That's what I need. I think God's telling me you forgot to talk to me about that, so I got to go back into another hang mode episode session, because God, I was asking God about this, and he goes, nope, you got to go, you got to come to me again. So this is my homework for myself. I got to go back into hang mode because there's something he needs to tell me about that. You are a higher level above twin flame, whoever this is for. Holy shit. They want me to keep that out there. But you guys, you got to stop suppressing your emotion. You really have to get into alignment, suppressing your intuition. You have to get into alignment with your higher self. This is about connecting with God, guys. It's a renewed relationship with God is what you are being called to do. And you are going to be teaching people to do that too. Finding their own belief systems, their own meaning of life based on what God is going to show them. Okay, so you guys really have to start trusting, listening to your guides, start communicating with God more, your angels, your ancestors. They're going to give you that wisdom. They're going to help you go through the labyrinth of life. You guys are very psychic and very intuitive. Some of you are being asked, to be spiritual leaders and to use your psychic abilities for the greater good of humanity. Some of you, that is your purpose. Some of you are being asked to do tarot. It could very well be what I'm doing. You're utilizing tarot to teach people about who God really is, what a true marriage is, a divine couple is. All of these things that I teach, some of you are also being called to teach the same thing in your own way, but also probably by using this, because we all have different students assigned to us. And it's based off of our experiences and our levels and all that stuff. So with this, you got to stop being tempted by the outside world. Stop listening to everybody outside of you. That ties into the Hierophant, okay? You talk to God first and foremost. And then anybody else who's kind of supporting you with whatever it is, epiphanies and knowledge you're getting from God, okay? This is about letting go of the material world. Some of you, your lesson is to get away from that. Some of you are still stuck by the material world because you're programmed to live the 9-to-5 job, to go to college to get a degree, to go to school. Okay? For what? Does that get you closer to God? Does that bring you blessings and miracles? Are people ever really happy and content and feel rejuvenated and renewed and at peace in their life? No. The majority of the world does not have that type of life. Why do you think people talk about why don't we see miracles anymore? It's because of our vibration. It's because we're not connected to this like we should be. So we have to get away from this. The material world, living in a fantasy, living in a lonely world, I'm hearing from Journey. Having your head up in the clouds, this is wishful thinking. You're thinking, yeah, right, if I follow my creative pursuits, if I follow what I want to do, what my heart wants, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to be able to do anything? I think it's far-fetched. The dreams that I have are far-fetched. Maybe people told you that you couldn't amount to anything or that your dreams were like way out there. That is bullshit, Gemini. God helps to make your dreams come true. But again, you have to believe in your dreams and you have to believe that God can make the impossible possible. That's what people don't do. They're so conditioned to follow a particular rule book so that they don't have their miracles happen in their lives. They don't want people to pursue their dreams, to believe in their dreams, because they think it's too out there. That's not possible. You can't own a private jet. You can't have that mansion. You can't have that yacht. You can't be a musician or whatever it is. You can't open up that dance studio. Whatever that is, this is, Gemini. It's bullshit. You got to stop having other people tell you what you can and can't do, or what you can achieve and what you can't achieve. God's going to be the one to get you to achieve those things. But you got to have your heart dead set on them, and you have to pursue that. You do your part, God does the rest, and then God works the miracles out for you. And what happens is, when you're following your heart and you're pursuing your dreams and believing in them, God starts bringing things to you that you could have never imagined. Things that you didn't have on your wish list, okay? But you got to stop procrastinating. Your intuition keeps telling you to do something, Gemini. It's time for you to stop procrastinating and go after that. So stop with the self-sabotaging. I said, I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. There's no way. I can't make my dreams a reality. I'm too dumb. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too whatever. I'm not capable. There's no way I can do that. You need to believe in yourself. And you need to stop beating yourself up for stuff. Stop with the self-sabotage. It's not going to help you. God is giving you the ability to fulfill your dreams. There's also other people who are affecting this. People getting in the way of your dreams. That's why with that hangman, if you're living a life of chaos, or like materialism is really giving you a chaotic world, or you're living in a chaotic world because of materialism, because of this shiny object syndrome crap, that's because you're being ruled by materialism. That's why with the hangman, you gotta remove yourself from the chaos and start talking to God and getting those ideas, those solutions to your problems, the answers to your questions. God's going to give you those. But you got to get into hangman mode to get away from this chaotic world that you're in, this chaotic life that you're in. It's up to you. Changes need to be made. It's a 5 here. So stop beating yourself up. Stop telling yourself that you can't do something or you don't have something. And justice, this is really about you being in your truth, standing in your integrity. It's your truth and your truth alone, and God is the one who shows you the truth. You also have to stop avoiding your karma. Some of you keep getting hit after hit. You may be in a world of chaos, or people are coming at you, or life is in shambles because you guys are not learning your karmic lessons about following your dreams, about materialism. All that glitters isn't gold. The shiny object syndrome. Stop going after the shiny thing, Gemini. It keeps causing conflicts and battles in your life. There might even be a legal battle going on. For some of you, not all of you. It'll work in your favor, Gemini, if you believe that it will. If you already thank God for this court case to go in your favor, God will grant that for you. He will make it work. Okay? But you really need to stand in your integrity here. And you have to stop feeling like a victim. Stop blaming. Also stop blaming yourself. Because some of you are losing focus. You're like scatterbrained. Your heads are in the clouds or whatever. And it's like, I can't deal with this. I don't want to really, I want to live in my fantasy world. I don't want to come down from these clouds. I'm going to pretend that the life that I'm living is fine. Nope. You really got to see the truth of that if you're thinking about that. You're not a slave to the money. You're not a slave to this materialism. You're not a victim, and you got to stop blaming other people. And pointing, like assigning guilt to someone, or you feeling guilty about something, or even you blaming yourself about something. You got to stop doing that. You're not being victimized here. You're not, if you're not in your truth and your power, and you're giving your power away, then you're going to feel like a victim. That's what victims do. They give their power away and they feel, oh, it's all their fault. It's all their fault. I want justice. Justice. God runs the Justice Department. So you got to really be in your truth here above everything else. And again, you get that truth when you're connecting with your higher self. Your higher self is the truth. Now, for the person who's coming in to make that offer, okay, that miracle's coming in, the lesson was for them, they were procrastinating because they were afraid of conflict. They thought that if they came in, that there was going to be an altercation, that there was going to be a battle. They were trying to avoid conflict this whole time, which is why they procrastinated moving forward with this offer. There was also this false belief. I talked about divorce, right? It's like this person was already foreseeing into the future that if they came forward, if they married this person, that there was going to be a lot of fighting, or maybe there was something about materialism. Maybe they thought you were materialistic. Something about fighting over money. Or maybe you guys were going to be fighting over money, because maybe fighting over money was what led to a divorce for somebody. Okay? Maybe that was like, you know, a hang up for that person and the programming, again, with the marriage thing. But there's, like I said, there's somebody here that they don't want to be divorced again. But then God's like, I'm giving you your God-ordained spouse. That is not going to happen. What God creates cannot be destroyed. What God really creates cannot be destroyed, which is why I ended up being divorced, because God was like, that's not your person. But if it's a God-created bond, it can never be broken. And this bond between these two people, oh my God, there is no way this divine couple is going to end up in divorce. So whoever's thinking about that, you got to get that out of your head. It's too powerful of a connection for it to end up in divorce, guys. No way is that possible, because God won't have it. It's too strong. It is created. It was ordained by God. Okay. So yeah. Somebody was not listening to their intuition, because God was telling them, their guides were telling them, this is not going to end up in divorce. This is not going to be, you know, you're not going to be in a battle. You're not going to, there's not going to be any conflict. You have to trust your intuition. Somebody was suppressing their intuition. This person also thought that you, Gemini, were a fantasy. They thought you were a unicorn. Okay? There was this mystery to you. They thought you were hiding secrets, but they were also hiding secrets. Things are going to come to light here, Gemini. Secrets are going to be revealed, and it's coming with the energy of this full moon in Sagittarius that we just had. This person has very deep feelings for you. They've been hiding them for a very long time, and now a lot of things are going to come to light. Things are going to be illuminated. This is the divine feminine as well. Okay? So, this person's also going to reveal to you some other stuff that was going on behind the scenes that you didn't know about. Could be maybe that they were dealing with a lot of legal battles, which is why they couldn't come forward. And if there were money issues, because I heard fighting over money, they didn't want you to come into this because they wanted that to clear. They wanted all the court cases to end. There might have been a big settlement here. Something was agreed to, something worked out in their favor. If this is not a legal matter for you guys, it could be a legal matter for your person. There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of going back and forth in court, okay, with this person. It could very well have been dealing with fighting over money. Even though it's not pentacles, I read intuitively, so I'm picking up on that because this is materialism. It could also very well be that this person was also procrastinating, or, you know, they were getting caught up in the outside world because of some sort of legal battle. Maybe they were dealing with a Libra or something like that. That was very, very challenging to deal with. Somebody that they were always getting into fights with. Okay? Every little thing they would fight, and then I'm taking you to court. It's like there was no discussion. There was no harmonious, amicable discussion. Whenever this person fought with this person, they would take them straight to court. They could not make amends. They could not compromise. Something along those lines. So that could have been what was going on in this person's life, okay? But it also looks like that there's going to be clarity here. Truth is coming in. What you don't see coming here, Gemini, is that justice is going to be restored. Balance is going to be restored to your connection here. There is going to be a conflict of resolution with this Five of Wands. Things are going to be brought into harmony, into balance. You're not going to be confused about this connection anymore. There's no more clouded judgment. There's no more, is this a fantasy? Is this really my counterpart? Like, am I going nuts? Right? Because I think Virgo's reading last week talked about that. Is this really true? Am I living a dream? Am I fooling myself? Right? Is this wishful thinking about this connection? Some of you were thinking about that. Okay. But you're going to get clarity here. Somebody sees clearly now and they're taking corrective action. Concrete action. They now see a clear choice to come towards you, and they know they need to do the right thing. They had to overcome this challenge of you end up fighting, or there being an altercation here when this person came forward to tell you the truth, because this person does have secrets to tell you. They have some hidden things to tell you, but they know if they want serious commitment with you, if they want to marry you, they're going to have to tell the whole truth and nothing but. They have to understand the consequences of their actions. They could very well tell you about that. There was a lot of legal stuff that they were going through for whatever reason. There could be legal issues with regards to, maybe there's drinking involved. Maybe this person had a drinking issue or gambling or both. Somebody could have very well had money issues that caused a lot of other, it snowballed into some crazy stuff. Okay? That might be what they're hiding. But here's the thing. This person knows that they cannot hide the truth anymore. And God's telling them. He's right here. This person's been praying to God and wishing, God, when I come forward with the truth, please, I don't want to lose, Gemini. But they know, God's like, but you have to tell them everything. Or most of everything. Both of you have to put everything on the table. Both of you have to reveal what has been hidden. Because whatever secrets are lying within you and in this connection, there's still darkness there. God doesn't want any mystery in this connection. He doesn't want any secrets, because secrets are suppressing the truth. It's suppressing the intuition. It's suppressing the divine feminine. When you keep it all in, you can't keep it all in. So this person's going to communicate with you what they've been hiding. And so are you. Both of you need to be in your integrity, because the integrity is of the truth. It's of light. And when that gets all cleared up, right? There's no more confusion. There's no more cloudiness in this connection. Everything becomes a lot more clear. And then you're going to feel much better when everything else is out in the open. Holy crap. They want me to keep that there. Look, the top of the deck is the Six of Pentacles again. The lesson of reciprocity. Equal give and take. Also the law of attraction. What you put into the universe is what you get back. Somebody really got hit with their karma. Somebody learned a lot of karmic lessons. And so did you, Gemini. So did you. Oh my God. Okay, so I tell you guys, I always think, oh, you know, I'm making good time with these readings, and my guides are like, nope. Nope, nope, nope. The readings this week, guys, have been pretty deep and heavy, but that's me. I got Neptune in Sagittarius. Alrighty. In the 5th house. So, let's see. What guidance do we have for Gemini? Children. Know that your children are protected. Is it not going to focus? Oh, man. This is not going to resonate with everybody, because not everybody here has children, okay? So if you don't have children, don't worry. But it could even be dealing with inner child healing. Face your fears. Release the power of fear. Okay, there we go. Somebody here could have also been worried about getting married again, because you may already have a child or children. Maybe if you were afraid of, if you have a lot of money and you're coming towards the Gemini and, you know, you have kids, maybe you're afraid of fighting over money because that probably happened in your relationship before. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what I'm picking up on. And you're worried about your kids or kid. Children. All parents' first and foremost responsibility is to keep their children safe from harm. The angels want to reassure you that all is well. Your children in heaven and on earth are loved and protected by God and the angels. Your children function at their best when they are loved, cherished, and feel secure within their home and family environment. My children are happy and safe. So for those of you who have kids, you're going to be fine. If you're coming into harmonious sacred union with this person, okay, your children are going to be fine. Again, you can't make it up. You have the High Priestess and the Hierophant here. This is a very powerful divine connection. All right? God is really overseeing this. Your kids are going to be fine. Their kids are going to be okay. Your kids are going to be okay. Because both of you each have children or a child. Or one of you has a child or children. Okay? Either way, if that resonates with you, it says there that all is well. Your children are going to be protected by God and the angels. And if you really want protection, guys, you have so many major arcana, you cannot question the protection of this connection. Period. I mean, God's got you guys under some sort of security, and what's it called? Not a security breach. It's like there's a security system surrounding you or something like that. I'm seeing like it's like a building with all of these keypads and steel doors and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. Anyway, face your fears. Holy shit. Face your fears. Everyone experiences fear in some way. To triumph over your fear, you need to understand it, and only then can you release its power over you. Fear has a subtle way of showing you the dark side of yourself, immobilizing you, stealing your freedom and courage. Fear can also show you that something is worth fighting for and is in an opportunity to build courage and a brave heart. The magic of nature and your angels will encourage you to overcome fear of things like change, loneliness, and the unknown. You can be brave to face these challenges. I have courage to overcome my fears. See, I said something about somebody was fearful of a marriage ending in divorce again, because you do not want to go through that again. You have, maybe you're very close to your child or children, if you have children and they're from a divorce, okay? And you don't want your kid to go through that again. There's something along those lines. There's also the fear of, again, conflict, arguments, being blamed, being like having this bad battle here or whatever. Release that. You are so protected. You're not, I can't even say it anymore. This connection is so protected by God. There's no way that any of that fear, whatever's causing that fear, guys, is gonna happen. Let's see what your wellness message is. What is your wellness message? Wow, that was fast. Flow. Let life flow around you. Relax. Just relax. Gemini. Life purpose. You were put on this earth for a reason. You know it. Start believing it. It's right there. Believe in your purpose. Believe in your dreams. All right. We're now going to look into love and relationships for you. What can you tell us about love and relationships for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Please, thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What can you tell us about love and relationships for Gemini? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, please and thank you. Patterns. Be aware of dating patterns. Stop what doesn't work. Subliminals change subconscious patterns. See, some of you keep doing the same thing when it comes to dating or in relationships, period. It doesn't have to be with dating. Somebody here has a tendency to not be honest in their relationships. You hide things, and then maybe somebody intuitively knows something, and then they call you out on something, and then it leads to an argument, or almost leads to an argument. See, when you hide the truth, what do you expect? When you're trying to be all secretive and mysterious, okay, that could very well lead to conflict if something comes to light, or if somebody finds something out. Somebody here's got to learn to stop hiding things. You have to really be able to express your emotions and be vulnerable. Even if you screw up, you know, you just say, you know what, I screwed up. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me, type of thing. Right? That's what I'm getting for somebody here. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's destructive habits. Addictions to gambling, alcohol, sex, negatively impacting relationships, toxic thinking and behavior. Oh my God. What did I say? I said alcohol and gambling and stuff, like maybe fantasy, living in a fantasy world where there could be porn addictions there too. Because it says sex. Okay? Or somebody had an addiction to sex. Maybe addiction to all of these things. Maybe you had, or your person, Gemini, had all of these addictions and they suppressed them. They kept them hidden. They didn't want people to know that they had a problem. And then they would get into relationships, and then because they were suppressing that stuff, it just caused issues. It caused issues. Chaos, conflicts, arguments, fighting, battles with everybody. It's right there. stop what doesn't work. Either some of you need to stop with these destructive habits because it is messing with your relationships, or there's another group of you, now I'm feeling super nervousness from somebody. Oh my God. Somebody's got knots in their stomach right now. I feel it. For whoever this is, you know you need to tell this person about this, okay? It might even be the sex thing, but I'm getting it's all three. Somebody here has had addictions to all of these things, to include the porn stuff. I feel it very strongly. Oh my God. Someone knows that they need to stop hiding this. And I have a feeling your person already called you out on it. And you got defensive. You caused the argument because you didn't want to be found out. You were ashamed of it, but what happened was, with this pattern that you did, you just came after the person instead of admitting to it. And if this is your person, Gemini, this person's been realizing that they were a blessing to you to get them out of these destructive habits. To be able to manifest what God wanted for them. And now your person wants to come back here. That's why they're so, oh my God, guys, you got to give me a minute because, oh my God. Somebody is like, oh shit, she knows. She's always known. And this card was the kicker for you, wasn't it? For somebody here, this card's what doing it. Relax. Relax. It's right here. For whoever's watching this, I need you to relax, please. Okay? Take it easy. Somebody's about to hyperventilate. Somebody's about to throw up. Stop. Stop. Okay? I need you to relax. All right? Yes, this was toxic. Yes, this is what you were doing. But look, this was just part of your life's lesson. You just had to learn from this, okay? Okay, it's getting worse for me. I need you to relax. Okay? We all make mistakes, all right? We all make mistakes, okay? And if this is not you and this is your person, Gemini, you're going to have a lot of compassion because this person got into this stuff and I bet you $1 million it's in their birth chart. I'm feeling very strongly that this is in their birth chart. It was part of their karmic debt to pay off, okay? We cannot judge people for having addictions to things. In reality, guys, we all have an addiction to something. I did too. Not of this stuff. I had an issue with buying things to fill a void. It's in my chart. I had this thing with impulsive spending. And I'm being completely vulnerable here, guys, because somebody needs to hear this. Okay? I thought that was going to make me feel of value. There's my high priestess coming out. I can't teach if I'm not going to be my authentic self. We all have addictions, guys. I don't have it anymore. I had to learn from that. That's why God had me go through a wilderness season. I need to fully rely on God, and I needed to learn my karmic lessons. And again, it's in my birth chart, guys, loud and clear, that when I came into this world, One of my lessons was to overcome the impulsive spending and finding value in material things. Okay? I had shiny object syndrome, guys. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. And some of you do too. And it's okay. All right? I'm letting it all in the open. I was wounded. And you know what this also came from, guys? The females in my family. Because the females in my family were undervalued. Okay? There was a lot of stuff going on in my family life. I saw this even with my own parents, my own mother. And then all of a sudden, it spiraled out of control. When after I got married, I was fine until I got married. And then everything just fell off control because my marriage was falling apart. And the guy that I married wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I felt empty. I felt like I wasn't anybody. I felt alone. And I was married. Once my son was born, it got worse. I was very underappreciated. And this is no knock on my ex-husband because I still love him. It's not the same. But I have compassion for him because I know why he was acting the way he did. So for me, I ended up trying to buy things to fill a void. I thought it was going to make, it was instant gratification. It would make me feel better for a little bit, and then that would go away. And then the next shiny thing, whatever it was, would come up. And then I would buy that thing again. Even when my son got older, he noticed it. He would call me on it, and I would get like a little bit like this. I didn't yell at him. I'd be like, no, what are you talking about? You know, it's fine, whatever. And I was in denial. Okay? This is like a therapy session for me. I've already come, God knows about this. I've already overcome this, which it's a beautiful thing. I had to learn the hard way. That was a destructive habit for me. And it was impacting my marriage, right? He had destructive habits. I had destructive habits. It didn't work. Toxic thinking and behavior. We all go through this, guys. And it's a pattern that we have to stop doing. I even got into a relationship where this person was always buying me things. And it was like, ooh, you know, again, it made my shiny object syndrome worse. And even that relationship, it was toxic. That person had issues. So it was like, I kept repeating the same shit, guys. We all do it. So if this is your person too, they need to come clean. They know this. Now, okay, that person relaxed. Thank you. Probably because I was talking about my story. All right? We've all got issues, okay? Now all of you Geminis know, whoever's watching this, we have that problem. But then we start to realize when we go through our process, we stop those patterns. And we find what is really of value to us, what is really important, what the meaning of life really is. And we overcome all of these relationships that we felt, you know, lonely in, that we felt undervalued in, or that didn't work well, right? It's all a learning process, guys. So for this person who has to come clean with this, you're going to be okay, because you know that God's telling you that until this comes to light, you won't be able to get your wish granted. You can't get something for nothing, Gemini. You have to do what God is asking you to do. And that is to come forward with the truth. You can't procrastinate on that anymore. And you have to really believe in your dreams, okay? Because if some of you are not following your life's purpose, and you've got a destructive habit that you need to clear, how do you expect your relationships to be harmonious? How do you expect God to give you this type of powerful connection with somebody? if you're living in a fantasy world and you're getting caught up in all the materialism, whatever habits that you have that you need to clear. Okay? And for me, I had to get over that. And Saturn was part of that. The year 2019, during Saturn retrograde, boy, did I get hit pretty bad. But again, God was being fair. He was. I really had to learn a lot that year. And that's when everything started to change. And I left my job. I left everything. And even though I don't have the salary that I'm making, even though I'm not really able to go out and do the shopping that I once did or whatever, it was like, but I'm at peace with it, because at one point it was making me feel like shit. I would feel guilty, but I was so far in, I kept repeating it until God just like really hit me with it. Saturn really did. And I'm free and clear of that, right? I'm living my purpose, and I'm finding now what really fulfills me. And nowadays, you want to know something crazy? When I go into a store, I almost get a little bit of anxiety. It's like if I go into Target and I see all this stuff everywhere, especially for the women, because for women, there's so much shit. And it's like, why do we need all that shit, right? And I'm like, oh my God, why are we living in a world like that? Hangman. I have a completely different perspective on things now because of what I've been able to heal and learn. And I'll get tempted, even with the job. I've been getting these job offers in my inbox with ridiculous salaries, and I was already making a really nice salary, okay? Super nice. Nice six-figure salary, okay? And they come back with way more money. I'm like, and I know what the devil's doing. No, Jess, you got to get back into that. Remember what you used to buy and where you used to go? Like, I'm getting a little bit bummed out. Not a little bit, because my son's going to be away on his vacation, and I have all the time in the world to go on vacation. And for me, part of my awakening process dealt with learning how to travel by myself, and I would go to Vegas. Now, I didn't have a gambling problem. I mean, there was a time where I would get all this money and I would be blessed by God, and I would fuck it up and lose it all. And I had to stop. But there were a couple of times where I would win a good amount of money, and I had to learn how to stop. But I went because I love the hotels. I love the nightlife. I like being out late. I'm a night owl. And being by the pool, because some of the hotels have really cool pools and stuff like that. I just loved being there. It was fun. And yeah, the slot machines were fun. But then, thank God, I didn't really get so bad. Otherwise, it would have been detrimental for me, obviously. But I would go on these trips. And my son and I would always go on these trips, right? Together to make memories. And I don't really have the luxury of doing that anymore. But I know at some point it will change. But God is teaching me a lesson, right? It's like, let's see how you do without that stuff. And I know I'll be greatly rewarded. It's like the story of the book of Job. Job had everything taken away. And he still had faith. And he still just continued to move forward with whatever God asked him to do. And God blessed him with double more than what he had before. So that gives me hope. Should give all of us hope. So it just went into a freaking major teaching thing. But see, with this, we learn to overcome these, and God gives us these miracles and these blessings because we overcame these destructive habits. So for this person who got all nervous, okay, you're relaxed now, so that's a good thing. Here's the thing, because I know you're getting ready to tell this person everything, okay? I'm about to cry because it's going to be a very emotional conversation because I think you already know that this person is going to forgive you because God has forgiven you. And this person is so close to God that they've already forgiven you. And when you ask for forgiveness in person, they're still going to tell you to your face that you've been forgiven. Okay? There's no need to have fear of retribution. This person isn't going to come after you. Okay? They're not going to fight you. They're a high priestess. They're the Hierophant. They're the Star card. They're the Justice card. Fair. Fairness. All this person wants was the truth. And you're now going to reveal that to them. But there's no need to fear. Okay? The truth is going to set you free, and you know it. This person's already forgiven you time and time again. So has God. We all do stupid stuff, guys. You just have to stop what doesn't work. Okay? This could even be a destructive pattern of you beating yourself up, having low self-esteem, blaming yourself for everything. It's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. No. No. You got to let that go. Let life flow around you. Relax, okay? Don't get caught up in all this stuff. And if you need to reveal something to somebody about this stuff, you know it's the right thing to do. This is you doing the right thing. Being in your truth. God exalts those and blesses those greatly for those who speak their truth and who are always their authentic selves. Because you are being the person God really made you to be, not this dark side about you. Okay? Oof. Not letting go, hanging on to the past hurts. Past hurts issues, identify and heal patterns that impact relationships. See healing. The truth is going to heal this connection. Okay? Inner work. Heal yourself first. You'll attract what you are. Choose partners that want to grow with you. There you go. When you are living a life like this, guys, you're not going to attract true love relationships. You're not going to attract this type of Hierophant, High Priestess connection. Okay? Being in your truth is everything. Oh my God. Let's see what the full moon and Sagittarius is bringing you. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. That'd be interesting if the Libra card comes out. If one of the Libra cards comes out. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look, what did I say? You need to tell the truth. Communication is key. The new moon in Gemini. Look. Gemini card. Nothing will come of this situation. The void of course moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The full moon in Capricorn. See? You speak your truth. You are in your truth. You stop suppressing your intuition. You start really listening to God here. Whatever crazy cycle you're in, it's going to end. But communication is key here. All right. New moon in Gemini. Wait, they want me to read the void of course moon first. In a form of astrology known as horary, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking about. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it is, this card could be taken as a sign as there is nothing to worry about. Right there. There's nothing to worry about. What did I tell you? Just relax. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. I trust in my highest good. The chances of something are diminishing. Something may be better around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. That's Hangman. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. That's also Handman. The main definition of a void of course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit words Om Namo Narayani, which mean I surrender to the divine. A void of course moon is time to just be. I'm getting be yourself. Now, when it says starting a new project or a new relationship, adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Adjust your expectations with thinking that you speaking the truth is going to blow up in your face. The cards are here ready to tell you God is with you. The universe is with you on this because they know you need to speak your truth, that everything's going to be fine. And for someone who is highly evolved and who's really like Jesus-like with the compassion and the forgiveness here, they're going to forgive you for all that stuff and for hiding it. Okay? They are. Don't get nervous again. God is with you in this, Pisces. New moon in Gemini. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you could journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. You see? Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Two of Swords. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. Gemini is the sign of communication, is socializing of ideals and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble cross wires in your brain. That stands out to me the most. The need to communicate. It's time to tell someone how you feel. And that includes all your secrets. Okay? We've all got stuff. All right? I already just told you about my thing. But again, it was part of my lesson learning. The end of a tough cycle approaches. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. A professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. Right there. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this card applies no matter when you draw it. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. Look what's underneath this. A personal issue reaches resolution. You see? Surrender to the divine. We already read that. Step out of your comfort zone. You are good enough. You're more than enough, Gemini. You're very close to achieving your goal. See, all you got to do is communicate and then expect powerful change. Your hard work is paying off. A time for healing. Don't let your past hold you back. Wow. Okay, I think this is probably the longest zodiac reading I've ever done in my life on the channel. Oh, it's not even 2 hours yet. It's close enough. All right. Well, let's see who has time to watch this Someone's going to get really huge benefits from this. But you and your person are incredibly powerful counterparts. Put that right there. That's the biggest thing. This is a very powerful reading. A very, very powerful reading. Okay? So whoever needs to communicate that truth, God is with you. Your angels are with you. This person has already forgiven you. I've forgiven you for the 10 millionth time. Everything's going to be fine. You got to stop fearing the worst, all right? You got to face your fears. There's absolutely nothing to fear about. Fear is a demonic spirit, okay? The truth is of God, is of the light. As long as you're in your truth, nothing can harm you, okay? And again, your children are protected, or a child. All right. Maybe you're dealing with legal battles with a child. I know that just came out of nowhere. All right, guys, that's your reading. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can check out CapellaWellness.com. If you would like to sign up for a Capella membership to get exclusive content that I don't put on YouTube, it helps to supplement these readings. There's a bunch of stuff that I do on my website. It's like a Patreon, but I have it on my own site. You can cancel the membership at any time. You do not need to sign a contract. You do not have to do anything. Even when you sign up for my mobile app is completely free. I still give out free stuff to my members there on my mobile app. If you sign up for a membership, you'll be able to access all the exclusive content to include all of the community forums that I have that are private and non-private. You'll use the app to access all of the videos that I put there. Everything's in one location, which was pretty nice. So if you have any questions about memberships, let me know. You have any questions about this reading, about anything else, you want to communicate with me about something, you have the green light to do so. Okay? Don't be afraid. I know when I do these readings, I'm very passionate about what I do. I take pride in what I do. It's a healthy pride. I want people to really live their purpose and to be close to God, because your life is completely different when you are that close to God. It's the most beautiful life you could ever live. And then God gives you even more blessings when you really have that much faith and trust in him. So if you want to ask me something, okay, or you want to talk to me about something, feel free to reach out. I don't bite people's heads off. I am not the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Don't confuse aggression with assertiveness, okay? You got the green light to come forward. Everything's going to be fine. Just go with the flow. Take a deep breath and just go with the flow. Breathing. Deep breathing is a powerful tool to shift emotion. Okay? I told you to breathe. All right. There it is. That concludes your reading, Gemini. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jasmine, Capella Wellness, starring out.